Good morning, everybody. We're here for some Pilates. We're going to do a 45-minute session this morning. It's going to be intermediate, maybe even pushing towards advanced, but I'll offer options on ways to modify as well, and just take little breaks when you need to. We're going to use equipment. If you have a long resistance band at home, grab it. And I'm also going to use a brick today. If you don't have a brick, grab a thick paperback book. So that also works quite well. Or if you don't have it, don't worry about it too much. You'll still get a good workout even if you don't have any of the equipment. It just kind of adds a little bit of diversity when we do have the equipment. All right, we're going to start standing at the end of your mat and have a look at your feet. Make sure that your toes are perfectly aligned and one foot isn't slightly in front of the other, and your feet are hip width apart and like train tracks, perfectly parallel. Now just lengthen through the spine, start drawing in the abdominals, putting the ribs down towards your hips, relax your shoulders away from the ears, and then take a deep breath in, lift the arms up overhead. As you breathe out, just float up onto your toes, finding your balance, narrowing your waist, try to tilt the pelvis slightly so the tailbone's a little bit heavier towards the floor, and then just turn the shoulders to the left, keeping the hips facing the front, trying to stay high in your balance. Breathe in, come back to the center, turn to the right, shoulders turn to the right corner of the room, hips stay facing forward. Breathe in, come back to the center so you can grow even taller. And then one more time, turn the the shoulders to the left, just the hips stay to the front. If you lose your balance like I am, just come right back up. Draw your inner thighs together, zip the core tighter, and then you'll nail it. Twist to the right. Sometimes beginning of the week, it's hard to find that balance. Reach your arms out to the side, drop your heels down, drop your chin, and start rolling your spine down over your legs. Just hanging over the legs. Just hang there for a moment. Nod the head, just completely relax the neck, and then shake the head side to side. Good. Bend your knees, get your hands down to the mat, and walk your hands forward, coming out into a plank. Breathing out. Lift the head, slide the shoulders down the back, squeeze your glutes. Now point your toe on your left leg. Lift the left leg up and down. Really lift the kneecap on your right leg, your supporting legs. That leg is straight, left leg is straight. Lifting and lowering for 2. And on the switch legs, point the right toe. Lift your kneecap on your left leg. Squeeze the glute on your right leg. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck the toes under, hold your plank. And now bend your elbows, lead with your chest. Breathe out, press the mat away. Now if that's too strong, drop to your knees. Do a modified push-up. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Keep the core strong. Head, shoulders, and hips all come down in one line. Strong exhale to lift. 2 more. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Last one. Breathe in and out. I know it's a bit cruel to throw push-ups in straight in on your Monday morning, but it's best to get them over with before we're too tired. So just hold your downward dog stretch here for a moment. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Bend the knees around the spine and roll yourself all the way up. Also doing push-ups is a really good way just to get your blood flowing, warm the body up. Take a deep breath in, reaching your arms overhead. And then breathe out, float up onto your toes. Finding the balance, narrow the waist, draw in the abdominals. Reach your arms out to the side as you drop your heels, drop your chin, round the spine. Rolling down one more time. Just hang over those legs. This time I want you to bend your right knee. Keep your left leg straight. Lift your chest halfway up. Switch the legs. Bend your left knee with the right leg straight. Again, lift the chest. Switch the legs. Drop. Lift, switch, and then drop the chest. Lift the chest, bend both knees. Get your hands down to the mat. Second plank variation. Breathing out as you walk forward. Lift the head. Shoulders down, squeeze the glutes, tilt the pelvis, turn the knee out to the side, to the opposite shoulder, and switch. So it's like a Spider-Man crawl. Knee out, and back, out, and back. Really get that turn up. Try to open up those hip sockets. Stay there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to your plank. Realign. Get the knees up, shoulders down. Now we're going to drop the knee under the body to the opposite elbow for 8, 7. Alternate sides. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to your plank. Lift your hips. Hold your downward dog stretch. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Bend the knees, round the spine, and roll all the way up. Once your head comes up, you just relax your shoulders. You're going to turn your palms out And then lead with your thumbs as you reach the arms all the way behind you. Just opening the chest and lead with the pinkies as the arms come down in front of you in line with the shoulders. Now, again, rotate the arms up so your palms are pointing out to the side walls. We're gonna go forward, leading with your pinkies, arms are reaching out in front of you, and up over your head, and then reach them as wide as you can, opening up the chest as the hands come back down to your sides. Last plank variation, again, chin to chest, rounding the spine, roll all the way down, hang over your legs for a moment. This time we're gonna wrap the hands around the back legs, really drawing the chest down to the knees, nod the head, and then let the hands hang, walk forward, breathing out. Walk your feet a little further back. We're gonna lift your left leg up, drop the knee under the body. 2 more times, reach the toe high, drop the knee low. Last one, and drop back to your plank. 3 on the other side, right leg comes up, so keep your left leg straight, right knee to left elbow. 2 more, lift and lower. Last one, lift and lower, and then just hold your plank, just staying here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down, sit back onto your heels. Just a quick stretch of the arms. Okay, flip over onto your back, grab your brick. Coming all the way down, lift your knees up to tabletop and slot the brick or book high between your inner thighs. Now your knees should be able to wrap around the top of that brick, so your brick is between the muscles rather than between the bones of the knees. It's between the soft tissue of the inner thighs. Now I want you to neutral spine, little gap under your lower back, ribs to hips, belly button in, and I want you to start lifting the pelvic floor. So really lift the perineum. Imagine your sit bones at the base of the pelvis pulling together as the perineum lifts up into the body. Squeeze your brick tight. Feel your head and shoulders up off the mat and start pumping the arms. Breathing in through the nose. Flip your palms as you breathe out through your mouth. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and out. Now, if you can, stretch your legs out to a long diagonal. Turn your toes out. Your heels are together. You have a little V between your heels. Your toes are turned out. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Squeeze the brick. Add your pelvic floor lift. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, and out. Shoulders high up off the mat. 2, 3. Let's aim for 4 more breaths. Now, if you start to fatigue, if the neck starts to strain, you can take a hand behind the head or drop the head down. You can bend the knees if it starts to get into your lower back. 2 more breaths. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Last one. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Drop the shoulders, pull the knees in. Keep the brick in place for the moment. Just take your hands behind your head. Big inhale, and then as you exhale, peel your shoulders up, stretch your legs long again, turn your toes out, squeeze the brick, scoop the abdominals in, so you lower the legs down, exhale, lift them up, and then drop the shoulders back to the mat as you pull your knees in. Breathing out, shoulders high, legs long. As you turn out, scoop the abdominals, inhale, lower the legs, exhale, lift, inhale, shoulders back, bend the knees. 2 more. Shoulders high, extend the legs, turn the toes out, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, squeezing that brick between the inner thighs. Last one. Now, if you need to modify this, just keep the knees bent. Lower and lift. Shoulders back, grab your brick, hug your knees in, and just rock side to side. Good. All right, brick to the side. Stretch your body out long, reaching from the tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. Inhale and then exhale. Lift your hands, lift your head, peel your spine up and stretch forward. Breathe in, just realign your spine into a lovely long straight back. Breathe out, round the spine, scoop the abdominals, point the toes, squeeze the legs together as you roll yourself all the way down. Inhale and then exhale. Lift the hands, lift the head, peel the spine up, stretch forward. Inhale, straighten up the back. Shoulders down, exhale, round the spine, and come all the way down to the floor. One more time. Inhale, exhale, peeling up. Stretch forward. Straighten up the back. Now we're going to add a little twist. I want you to hold here, sit and try to rock side to side. Think string out of the top of the head, lengthen the spine, and then breathe out, come halfway back. So you can go a click further. Now cross your right hand across your left hip, and left hand goes up behind the ear. Breathe in, change the arms. Left hand across to that right hip, right hand behind the ear. Now stretch your legs, point your toes, squeeze the legs together so you can lean back a little further if you want more abdominals. And really turn the shoulders without turning the hips. There's no movement through the legs. One more time each way. Exhale. Now take the hands back to the ceiling. If you want to modify this, drop the hands in front of you. But if you can't, keep those arms up to your ears. Resist gravity as you come back down to the floor. Breathe in, reach the arms behind. Breathe out, lift the hands, lift the head. Curl your spine up and stretch forward over the legs. Now let's wrap around the feet, the ankles, wherever you can reach, and really draw the chest down towards your knees. Breathe in. Ripple through the spine, straightening up the back, float the hands up, breathe out around the spine and come halfway back again. Now we're going to turn, open the shoulders out, stretch the arms long, inhale, lift your chin up, exhale, twist the other way, rotate the arms, stretch the fingertips, inhale, center, twist, rotate the arms, so pinkies up to the ceiling, inhale, center, exhale, twist. Again, no movement through the pelvis, no movement through the legs. One more time each way, breathing out, twist and center and twist and center, arms up to the ears, resist gravity as you roll all the way down. Take a deep breath in, sweep your arms around your sides and hold the backs of your knees. I want you to click your shoulders back, lift your chin, lift your chest, stretch those legs as straight as you can, and then try to float your hands up, holding there, keeping that lift through the chest. Breathe out as you resist gravity back down to the mat. Inhale to hold. Exhale, so you can come up into that teaser pose. And click the shoulders back. Try to get the legs straight. So you can lift the legs a little closer to your chest. Then exhale to lower chest, legs, arms. Inhale to hold. Exhale to sweep it around again. Imagine strings, pulling those fingers, pulling those toes, reaching them to where the wall meets the ceiling in front of you. Exhale to lower. Inhale to hold. Last one, we're going to lift up and hold. If anyone wants to try the super good, we're going to lower the legs down and up for 3, 2, otherwise just hold the legs still, hold there for 3, 2, 1, and then everything comes down and we draw the knees in just to stretch your lower back. Rock side to side, massaging out any tension. Good. All right, let's lift the toes up to the ceiling. Circle your feet around, mobilizing the ankles, and then point your toes. Peel your shoulders up, and we're going to just climb your hands up the back of your right leg as your left leg drops down, close as you can to the floor. So just kind of almost balance that lower leg down. Balance the top leg into the chest, shoulders away from the ears, belly button in, lower back into the mat. Inhale, change legs, hold the knee, and then climb up from there. Get that right leg down, almost bouncing that leg down without touching the floor. Get the left hands up to the top of that left leg. Now we're going to speed it up. 8 scissors. Staying here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one. Pull the leg off of your hands. 4 pulls. 4, 3, 2. Get the legs straight. Last one. Inhale, change. Chest high, shoulders down. Pull the leg. 4, 3, 2, last one, hold. We're going to do one more time each way, chest up, shoulders down, pull that leg for 4, 3, 2, 1, change, hold, pull the leg 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your head, turn your head side to side, stretch out your neck, and come back to the center. Drop your feet down to the mat. Now we're going to come into a shoulder bridge here for a moment. I want your hands down along your sides, feet flat. You should be able to touch your heels with your hands. Maybe walk your heels in a little closer to your hips. Look down. Your knees should be about fist distance apart, right in line with your hips. I'm going to press your lower back down into the mat. Peel your spine up off the mat, one vertebra at a time, until we're all the way up in a nice high bridge. Now, roll your knees in a little tighter, but your ribs a little closer to your hips. Press into these hands, and then float your right knee up. Keep the knee right above your hip now. Inhale, lower the hips down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. We're going to aim for 8 more. Try to lift your toes slightly on that left foot. So we're kind of more balancing on your heel. That will get the glute working a little harder to kind of force that glute to dominate this exercise, which is what we want. Last two, hold the hips high. Now I want you to circle your right leg like you're pedaling a bike. 4 and 3. Last 2 and 1. Reverse it. 4 the other way. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your right foot. Lift the hips. Zip the core a little tighter. Button your ribs towards your hips. Press into your right heel as you float your left knee up. Now lower the hips down. Breathe out to lift. In to lower. Exhale to lift. 8 more. Down and up. And 7. Feel free to take your hands away if you want a little more challenge. Try to get the hips as high as you can. It also adds more challenge. Last 4. Keep that knee in line with your hip. Don't let the knee roll out to the side of the mat. Last 2. Hold it up. Flex your foot. Pedal the bike. 5, 4, 3. So this is really good for your knees. 2 and 1. Reverse that pedal. 5 the other way. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right foot comes down, hips go up, hands reach all the way behind you till the backs of the hands are touching the floor. And then drop your rib cage down first, middle back second, lower back 1 vertebra at a time. And then the hip bones and tailbone come down last. Take your hands back to your sides. Take a deep breath in. So that was just kind of throwing in a little bit of legs in the middle of our abdominals. I'm going to come back to the abdominals. Pull both knees into your chest. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, imprint your lower back into the mat, and then extend your left leg out. Try to reach your nose towards that knee. Switch legs. Strong exhale. With each knee pull, touch the toe of the bent knee to the inside of your straight leg. Stay there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull both knees in, hands behind your head. Tap the elbow to the opposite knee. Touch the toe to the inside of your straight leg. So we have those 2 points of contact. Really get the shoulder high up off the mat. Elbows wide. Stay there. 8, 7, 6. Get your straight legs straight. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the shoulders. Draw your knees in. Big cleansing breath. And let it go. Knees up to tabletop. Wrap your hands around the middle. Narrow the waist. Lift the pelvic floor. Neutral spine. And we're just going to let those hands kind of rest on top of the abdominals. Elbows out to the side as you drop both knees to the right. Turn the head to the left. Breathing out. Narrow the waist as you draw the knees back to the midline. Knees drop to the left as your head turns to the right. Just letting those hips roll, just kind of sliding your abdominals under your hands. Keep the hands kind of resting across the abdominals. One more time, just twisting, getting that mobility through the spine, turning the head in the opposite direction. So we're twisting from the neck right down to your lower back. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift up and hold. Now slide these fingers under the lower back. Keep that neutral spine, but sink the lowest rib down. Lift your pelvic floor. Touch just inside your hip bones now. Try to zip those lowest abdominals in tight. Thumbs to your ribs, sink your ribs down. Now we're going to just alternate toes. Right toe, left toe. Just tapping your toes. Keep your hands resting across your abdominals. Nothing lifts up into your hands. We don't imprint the lower back into the mat. Keep that nice neutral spine. Stay there. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now both knees together. Zip the core tight. Lower both legs down. Exhale, lift them up. Feel the abdominals wanting to lift as you lower the toes down to that. Resist it and then draw them in tighter as you lift the knees back up to the center. So keep the abdominals connected as you lower the toes down to the mat. And then deepen that connection as you lift the knees back up. 2 more times. Inhale down. Exhale up. Last one, inhale to lower the legs, feet together, knees together, zip tight. Exhale, lift back up. Now add your hands, fingertips over the shoulders. Extend your right arm and your left leg. Leg goes long, thumb touches the floor behind you. Breathing out as you extend opposite arm and leg. Breathe in, back to the midline. Now think about your ribs. Lowest back ribs on the mat. Ribs, lowest front rib pointing towards your hips so we're not flaring the ribs. Belly button pulled in tight. Neutral spines. Imagine you have a little ripe strawberry under your lumbar spine. Try not to squish it. Stay there for 4 and 3 Last 2. And 1. Back to our starting point. Now lift the toes up. Stretch your legs as long and straight as you can. And then drop your right arm and your left leg out to the side. Breathe out. Pull them back to that starting point. Left arm, right leg. So opening out to the side like pages of a book. Opposite arm and leg. Each time you come back together, stretching everything a little higher up to the ceiling. Inhale down. Exhale up. Last one. Down and up. And the knees to chest. Squish your strawberry in front of the lower back into the mat. Draw your chin into your chest. And roll yourself up to sitting and flip over to all fours. Now feel free to grab a quick sip of water as we change positions. We're going to use the band here in a moment. Good. Now pick up your band and just lay it across your fingertips, just folding it in 2. And then just going to lay it across the middle of your mat at a little bit of an angle with the open end in the middle of your mat, that kind of looped end towards the bottom of your mat. Left knee pins the band. Just hold the top of that band. The right foot, right leg extended, just kind of slots into your band. Stretch the right leg out. Now square your hips. Make sure both hip bones point to the mat. Hands directly beneath the shoulders, press the mat away, and lift that right leg up and down. No bend in the right knee. Right leg is perfectly straight. Sole of the foot reaching to the wall behind you. Let's stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5. Really feel that glute lifting up the back of the leg, toning that muscle, finding that crease that separates the hamstring from the glute. Finding that definition of the muscle. Hold the last one. Now bend your knees, let the band slide inside. And pulse up to the ceiling. 8 lifts. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one. Lift your ribs up and away. Kick your heel into your bum. 8, 7, like a little hammer. 6, 5. Knee stays in line with your hip. 3, 2, and 1. Stretch the right leg back. Out. Point your toe. Zip the core up and away. Press the mat away. Now sweep the leg around and draw a circle. Sweep the crumbs off the end of the mat, just sweeping them out to the right, and then circle that leg around. Stay there for 4, smooth movements, slow, not too fast. Last 2, and 1. Toe comes back to your center line. Zip the core in again. Just check your upper body's not sinking. Tap the foot out and in. Drawing a rainbow with that toe. Up and over, up and back. Stay there. 6, and 5, 4, keep the core strong. Don't swing to the left as the foot goes out to the right. And then hold the next one at the corner of your mat. Add a turn out. So your pinky toes pointing up to the ceiling, but drop your right hip. Shoulders down away from the ears. Spine lifting between the shoulder blades and lift the right leg up. Squeeze, hold at the top. Inhale down. Exhale, lift up, squeeze, hold. Inhale, release. Keep the core strong to protect your lower back. Stay there for 5. And 4, last 3, long, strong leg, 2, hold the last one up, hang there for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then drop your right knee down. Sit back, just stretch your back, stretch your arms, circle out any tension from your wrists, and then drag your hands back, shake out your arms and your shoulders. Slide your band across, changing sides now. So we hold that band with your right knee. Loop it around your left foot. Extend your left leg out. So sole of the foot points to that back wall. Right hip or the right knee. Left hip pointing to the mat. Shoulders down. Breathe out. Lift and lower. Squeeze that glute. Find that definition. Keep your core strong. Ribs to hips. Stay there. 8 and 7. Press into the pads of your fingertips. Spread the weight away from those wrists, right to the ends of your fingertips. Stay there. 4, 3, keep the lower back lifting, keep your middle or your upper back lifting. Hold the last one. Now bend the knee, sole the foot up to the ceiling, knee in line with your hip. Try to roll that knee into your center line, pulse up, lift, lift. Stay there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and freeze. Little heel kicks. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch the leg all the way out. Point the toes. Zip the belly button up and away. Press your mat away. Sweep the leg out to the side and around. Sweep it around. Sweeping the end of your mat. So there's 6 and 5. Just have a little check of your right leg. It should not be moving. 3. Strong upper body. 2 and 1. Foot comes back in line with your center line. Tap the foot out and in. Up and over. Up and back. Each time the toe touches the mat, getting that little burst of energy. Out and back for 4 and 3. Nearly finished on this side. Don't sink into your shoulders as your upper body starts to tire. Last one. Foot off the edge of the mat. Rotation. Pinky toe pointing up to the ceiling, and then lift the leg at your long diagonal. Inhale, drop it back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. 6 more there. Don't bend into your right elbow. Don't sink into your right hip. Imagine that like a little Spider-Man web reaching from that left toe up to the top left corner, just pulling you back. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the last one for 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knee and sit back. Open your knees out. Just sink your ribs down between your knees and rest your forehead on the mat. Good. Drag your hands back. Place the hands behind you. Lift your hips up. Look to the wall behind you. Just really opening up the front of the body. And then drop your hips back down. Bend your elbows. Good. And then shake everything out. Okay, changing position again. We're going to come back to the abdominals. We're going to need our brick or the book. Goes between your knees. Feet stuck to the mat. We're going to round the spine, scoop the abdominals in, float your elbows up, shoulders down. So it's like you're hugging a big ball in front of you. Your abdominals are curved around the curve, the lower curve of that ball. Now squeezing your brick tight, we're going to lower down an inch. Inhale, lift back up. Keep your collarbone open. Keep your chin up. Keep your elbows wide. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, hold the last one. Breathe out. Lift the arms overhead. Breathe in. Drop them back down. Exhale, lift. Option to modify by alternating the arms. Just do single arms. Last 2. Exhale. Inhale. Hold the last one out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands back to the knees. Stretch out your back. And then breathe out. Round the spine. Scoop the abdominals. Elbows out again. Imagine hugging that big ball. Scoop the belly button in. Turn to your left. Just the left arm out to the side. Inhale, center. Twist right. And center. Twist left. And right. For 4. And 3, 2, and 1. Hands back together, then both hands go to your left. Down an inch, up an inch. Squeeze the brick. And lift. Elbows wide, shoulders down, chin up. Stay there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Straight over to the right corner. 8 times. Tuck and lift. Tuck and lift. Shoulders turning to the right. Knees stay in line with hips. Aim for 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Hands come back to the knees, straighten up back. So those get a little bit into your hip flexors. This point here, just the top of the hips. Just stretch your back out. Now, one last set. We're going to round the spine again. Find that C curve. Scoop the abdominals and think small letter C through the abdominals, large letter C through the spine. I want you to come up onto your tiptoes now. So lift your heels up. Maybe lifting those legs and just barely touching the toes down to the mat. Now float your hands up. Middle fingers are touching, elbows wide. We're going to twist to the right, up and over, left. Twist right and left. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the center. From here we go down an inch, up an inch, tuck and lift. Stay there. 4, 3, 2. Holding it back. Elbows up, arms up overhead. Exhale. Inhale down. Still on those tiptoes. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Option again to alternate the arms. Stay there. 4 more. 3. Get the arms out of the peripheral vision. 2. Last one, we hold up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Drop your break to the side. Knees go out. Soles of your feet together. And then just kind of open the feet out like a little prayer book. So I'm just going to show you. So we start with the soles of your feet together. Hold the feet and then just open them out. Easing those knees down. Drop your right shoulder. Drop your left shoulder. One more time each way. Just kind of easing that elbow into the knee as the shoulder drops. And sit up nice and tall. Pull your heels in. Hold the toes. Straighten up your back again. Just encourage those knees down towards the floor without forcing. Good. Okay, knees back together. And we're going to come back into a different shoulder bridge variation. So hands on your knees. We're going to round the spine, then take your hands above the knees and just float down, resisting gravity all the way down to the floor. Hands to your sides. Walk your toes in and lift your heels up. So on tiptoes, you should be able to touch your heels with your hands. Knees hip width apart. Hands to the lower abdominals. Imprint your lower back down. Scoop the belly button in. I want you to inhale. Open the rib cage out like an umbrella. So think about that rib cage open out in 3 directions. As you breathe out, close it down. Scoop everything in. Lift the pelvic floor a little higher. Imprint the spine a little deeper into your mat. One more umbrella breath. And then exhale. Contract the ribs down. Draw the abdominals in, pelvic floor lifting up and away. One more breath in to hold. This time, I'm going to lift my fingertips up. As I exhale, I start peeling the spine up off the mat. One vertebra at a time, just articulating every joint. Just coming right onto the tops of those shoulders, pulling the knees a little tighter, ribs towards the hips. Take a breath to hold, relax your shoulders, soften your face. And put the weight into your left toe as you float your right leg up. Touch the toe to the inside of that left knee. Hold. Lift the hips a little higher, then extend that toe up to the ceiling. Add your turnout. Small circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Everything goes a little higher. Reverse your circles. Option to modify by dropping these hands down, using your upper body strength to help you keep the hips high. Stay there 4, or you can also bend your right knee slightly. 3, 2, and 1. Right toe comes down. Lift the hips a little higher. Narrow the waist. Roll those knees in towards each other into that center line without touching them. Left toe touches the inside of the right knee. Hold it there. Lift the hips a touch higher. And then lift that left leg up. Point the toe. Add your turnout. Small circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, breathe. Go a little higher. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the left toe down to the mat. Now lower the hips down. Exhale, lift. Breathe in and out for 6, 5. High on the toes. Narrow the waist. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold it up. Breathe in. Arms reaching behind you. Pull your knees in towards each other. And then melt your spine down. Rib cage down first. Middle back second. One vertebra at a time for your lower back. Then hip bones and tailbone down last. Drop your heels. Hands to your sides. Inhale. With your next exhale, we're going to breathe out. Go straight up into a bridge. Ribs to hips. Narrow the waist. Pelvic floor pulling up into the body. Right leg goes up. Flex the foot. Inhale, lower. Point the toe. Lift. Flex as you lower. Point as you lift. Use your hands to help you press the mat away. Or if you want to advance, float the hands up. And we keep mine down today. 4, 3. Keep the pelvis level. 2. And 1. Right foot to the mat. Do a little correction before you change sides, lifting the hips a little higher, zipping the core a little tighter. Send your left leg up, flex your foot, lower the leg, point the toe, lift. Get that hamstring stretch. Flex and point. Dig into your right heel. Stay there. 6, 5, 4. Right knee stays in line with the hip. Pelvis is level. Shoulders relaxed. Last 2 and 1. Up and hold. Left foot comes down to the mat. Drop your rib cage first, middle back second. Tilt the pelvis. Get through that lower back one vertebra at a time. Hip bones and tailbone last. Knees into your chest, chin to your chest, and roll yourself up to sitting. Now we're going to focus on our upper body for a moment. I want you to cross your legs and sit up as tall as you can. Feel free to grab your brick and sit higher onto your brick if that helps you get your back a little bit straighter. Or you can also have your legs kind of pointing out in front of you like a V, if that helps you. Some people really don't like to sit legs crossed. Sit on the middle of your band. You should have equal lengths out either side. Lift your hips and just adjust if you need to. Lift your hands up to shoulder height. Slide the shoulders away from you. Zip the core in. Lift your pelvic floor and do 2 sets of 8 small circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more set. Again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold there. Breathe out. Lift all the way up to a T. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and lower. 6 more. Lift, lower. 5. Last 4. Again, engage the core. Tighten the abdominals as the arms go up overhead to give you a little more power. 2 more. And 1. Hold it there, and then slowly, slowly lower your arms all the way down. Just roll your shoulders back. Roll them forward. Good. Arms in front. Lift your chest. Engage the core. Exhale, lift the arms overhead. Inhale, lower them back down. And lift. And lower. Feel the muscles either side of your spine just rippling, strengthening, tightening. Keep your rib to hip connection through the front of the body. Don't let the rib cage flare as the arms go up to those ears. Keep your shoulders down. Stay there for 4 and 3. Again, think pelvic floor lifting as you lift the arms. That will help you to engage those deep abdominals to support the lower back. Last one, hold it up. Now elbows bend and extend. Elbows down towards the ribs, right up to the ceiling. Last 3, 2, good. Last one. Up and hold, and then reach your arms slowly up to the sides. Drop your band. Again, circle the shoulders. Just let the blood come back into those shoulders. Sit up nice and tall. Take your hand up over your head. Touch your ear. Touch your shoulders. Stretch your neck. Look up to the ceiling. Look down to the floor. And then switch sides. Hand to shoulder. Hand to ear. Lengthen out that side of the neck. Look up to the ceiling as you're still holding the back of the head. Look down to the floor. And then just prop that head back up on those shoulders. Take your right arm across your body to your left knee. Left hand behind. Turn your shoulders. Breathe in. Grow your spine longer. Pinky pressing against the outside of that knee. Twisting. Looking to the wall behind you. Inhale. Come to the front. Left hand slides across the right knee, looking over the shoulder, right hand reaching behind you. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, twist a little further. Good. Come up off of your band. And we're going to come on to your side. Stretch your arms, stretch your legs. Wrap your hand around the waist. Find that narrowest part of the waist, and then lift both feet up off the mat. Make sure that waist doesn't smush into the floor too much. You're not kind of pushing into your fingers with that soft tissue. Try to find a little lift through that lower part of the waist. Hands come to the lower abdominals. Draw the abdominals and lift the top leg. Small circles with the top leg. 6, 5, 4, 3. Think rib to hip connection. 2, 1. Hand to the ceiling. Reverse your circle. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex your feet. Lift the top leg up. 6. Really kick those heels away. Lift your kneecaps up. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your hand down to help you stabilize as you cycle that top leg. Bottom leg stay straight. 6, 5. Just pedaling a bike forward. 3, 2, 1. Reverse it. 5 the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the feet down to the mat. Swing yourself around to the other side, going straight over to the other side. Extend the arms, stretch the legs, wrap around the waist, lift both feet up off the mat. Find that, keep that little gap under the lower part of the waist. Hands to the lower thumbs, lift the top leg up, small circles. 8, 7, keep your glutes strong. So almost like they're helping you to stabilize from behind. Last 3, 2, keep your rib to hip connection, reverse your circles. 8, the other way. 7, 6, 5, still that little space under the lower part of the waist. 3, lift your head just to stretch your neck every now and then, and flex your feet, lift the top leg up. 6, and 5, so you take your hand up. 3, 2, and 1. Now take the hand down to stabilize. Circle that foot like you're pedaling a bicycle. 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep the foot, knee, and hip all in one line. Reverse your circles. 5 the other way. 4. So these are really great for the knees. People who've started to pick up running and all of this lockdown. It's a really good exercise for you. Last 1. We're going to scissor the legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs come back together. Drop the feet down and roll yourself over onto your front. Just shift yourself back to the middle of your mat. I want you to stack your hands one on top of the other. Open your feet out to the corners of the mat. Turn your toes out. Draw your heels in. Scoop the abdominals in. And first, we just lift the chest, keeping your hands glued to the forehead. Lift and lower, up and down. 2 and 1. Next set, we're going to lift the legs and the chest for 6, 5. Stretch those toes. Squeeze the glutes. Get the core strong. 3, 2, hold the last one and reach the arms out into more of a Superman pose, and then add a quick flutter. Stay there. 8, 7, 6, 5. Longer and quicker. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower everything down. Now just pull your elbows in as you lift the chest. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, elbows into the sides of the rib cage. Inhale, forward. Stay there for 4 and 3. Last 2. Lift. And 1. Now reach your arms out to the sides and like a T. Walk your feet in a little closer, coming onto the tops of your feet. So your feet are back in line with your hips, and then lift your arms, lift your chest, pull your shoulder blades together. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And lower. 4 more. And 3. Last 2. And with the last one, you sweep the hands behind you, lace the fingers together, lift your legs up, squeeze the heels tight, squeeze your inner thighs. Inhale, drop the chest, drop the feet, drop the hands. Exhale, lift the chest, lace the fingers, zip the heels, lift the legs. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale down. Last one, chest up, hands together, heels together. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your hands under your shoulders. Stretch out your back, just sitting back onto your heels, toes together, knees apart. Sink the ribs between your knees. Take your right hand to the right edge of the mat, stack your left hand on top, sit back into your left heel as you stretch those arms to the right corner of the room. And then switch it, left hand to the left edge of the mat, right hand stacks on top, sit back into your right heel as you reach the hands out to the left corner of the room. Good, and then back to the center. I want you to step your left foot between your hands and drop your hips forward. Lift up onto that knee. And then hands either side of the foot, just turn the knee out to the side. So the knee comes just outside of the arm. You're on the outer edge of that left foot. And just bend your elbows out to the side walls and drop your chest down. Swaying a little bit left and right. Good, and then straighten the arms, pull the knee back to the chest, walk your hands back as you straighten out the front leg. Imagine somebody's pulling your hips back, really arch into that lower back. Get the hips down close to your back heel as you straighten out the front leg. And then the last variation, walk your hands back forward, bend the front knee, and lift your back foot. Now come up onto that knee. Now this might be enough for you, enough of a stretch, but if you can reach your right hand to that foot, and pull your heel in and get the hips a little further forward. Go for it, but don't force it, don't cramp. Come back to your knees, step your right foot forward, lean forward again, getting that stretch through the left hip flexor. Hands come down either side of your foot, and then just turn the knee out, outside of your right arm. So you're on the outside of that right foot. Elbows turn out to the side while kind of snake yourself down, swaying side to side, opening up that right hip as that knee drops out to the right wall. Come back. Knee comes back to the chest. Walk your hands back. Straighten up the front leg. Toes point up to the ceiling, and have somebody pull the nose hips back. And then hinge it forward. Lift the back foot. Sit up tall. If you can reach that foot without cramping, without causing any pain, go ahead and pull that heel in towards your hip as you press the hips further forward. Good. Just come back to your knees. Hands to the mat. Chin to chest. Nice big cat stretch. Breathing out. And then straighten up your back, tuck your toes, hover your knees up, hollow the abdominals, big pelvic floor lift, holding here for 3, 2, 1. Then lift your knees all the way up, press into your heels, downward dog stretch. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Just hang there for a moment. Wrap the hands around the backs of the legs, nod your head, just lengthening the neck. Shake the head side to side. Soften your knees, scoop the belly button in, and roll yourself back to standing. Shoulders and head come up last. Float the arms up. Let's see how the balance is at the end of the class. Nice and tall, heels together, everything perfectly high. And then reach your arms out to the side and swing out. Great, well done. Good start to the week. We're here most days this week, so check the full schedule on Instagram and Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you later.